Oh, I still had the settings set to record at 60 frames, but this game is not 60 frames. It's stuck at 30. I think. I hope it doesn't dip past 30. Sorry, I'm like fiddling around with my carpet. My little rug, I mean. The rug, when I bought it, had like a little sticker on the underside of it, just kind of like a label as to like what it is and whatnot. And ever since, what is this? There's just like a piece of glass here. That's very worrying. There's just like a sharp piece of glass here. Where did that even come from? Sorry, I'm like getting distracted by everything. When I bought this little rug, it came with like a little sticker. Actually, I'm gonna hold on to this. Try to find out where that's from. I'm not gonna like, just want to see where, possibly glass piece. Anyway, it had like a little sticker on the bottom of it, and like I washed it and the sticker just came off, but like it still left like a sticky residue, and I kind of like dealt with it. And so what's been happening is like after like every time I wash it, every time I dry it out and then like I put it back down, the sticker is still like, it's still like sticky, so it just gets stuck on my floor, you know? And it actually kind of helps because like keeps the rug in place somewhat. But it's annoying because it leaves that sticky residue on my hardwood flooring. And so this time I stuck like a piece of a paper towel on it, so I could rip it off and it'll just like dissolve in the wash pretty much. This is not an interesting story. We're playing AC3. I turned the stream off, but we're back. I don't know how long I'm gonna be playing it for, but I know that I wanted to play it for longer than I did. Can I guess there are no like sync points around. But here we are. Is this, where am I? I know I just zoomed the camera out. I'm in Boston. There you go.
That is news that a frontier fort. Damn sprigs! This accursed city will be the death of me.
You seem troubled, friend.
That's because I am. Greatly so, in fact.
What's happened?
I was robbed. The old Balkan file. Though I've managed to restore what's mine, I fear it's ruined.
You mean the book?
This is no ordinary book. It's an almanac. The first I ever wrote. Benjamin Franklin, pleased to meet you.
Hatham Kenway.
You must be new to Boston.
Why do you say that?
You're still possessed of virtue. To stop and help an old lout like myself. I don't mean to impose, but you seem a spry fellow. Should you happen to find my missing pages, I'll reward you.
Look, I'm not sure if I...
It's all right, all right. If you have the time, hurrah! If not, no harm done. The thing is useless in its current state anyway. But should you somehow manage to restore it, you'll find me inside that general store over there.
There's some NPC freaking out in the background. And it's super distracting. Yeah, it's this fucking guy. What the fuck are you doing? You know what's funny, playing this, I like, now it makes me want to play Unity, just because that game had its own faults back when it came out, but it was a really pretty game. There we go. Oh wow, look at that. Look at this weapon wheel. You can't call horse. There you go.
We ride for the Green Dragon Tavern. The proprietors are eccentric, but the rooms are spacious and they do not pry.
Have you been told why it is I've come to Boston?
No, Master Birch said I should know only as much as you saw fit to share. He sent me a list of names and bade me ensure you could find them.
And have you had any luck with that?
Aye. William Johnson waits for us at the Green Dragon.
How well do you know him?
Not well, but he saw the order's mark and did not hesitate to come.
Prove yourself loyal to our cause. And you may yet know our plans as well.
I should like nothing more, sir.
I guess if you didn't know American history, then you'd be like, oh yeah. Just some dude. This Charles Lee. Of course he's a Templar, because he's the bad dude. Is this it? The Green Dragon Tavern, huh? There's something shining in the corner somewhere. Oh, it's an almanac page. It's just flying away. I like the sea shanties better. I don't care much for the almanac pages.
You lying, cheating, no good son of a bitch.
Perhaps we've come at a bad time.
Oh, don't be foolish, dearies. Please, sit. Fancy something to eat? A drink, perhaps? Or is it a bed you require?
We've already let rooms here.
Oh, yes. Of course. Masters Lee and Kenway, was it? I'll have your bags brought up.
His hair's freaking out.
Do you require anything further?
Only privacy.
This way.
What does that B stand for on the map? Oh. Oh, literally just exit back out to the map.
Sir, William Johnson. A pleasure. A good lad, if a bit earnest. I'm told you're putting together an expedition.
We believe there's a precursor site in the region. I require your knowledge of the land and its people to find it.
Sadly, my research has been stolen. Without it, I'm of no use to you.
Then we'll find it. Do you have any leads?
My associate, Thomas Hickey, has been making the rounds. He's quite good at loosening tongues.
Well, tell me where I can find him. I'll see if I can't speed things up.
We've heard rumors of bandits operating from a compound southwest of here. You'll likely find him there.
Charles?
Sir.
We'd best be off.
Of course.
What?
Tell me about yourself, William.
What's to tell? I was born in Ireland to Catholic parents, which I learnt early in life severely limited my opportunities. So I converted to Protestantism and journeyed here at the behest of my uncle. But I fear my uncle Peter was not the swiftest of men. He sought to open trade with the Kunyan Gahaga, but chose to build his settlement away from the trade routes instead of on them. I tried to reason with the man, but as I said, not the swiftest. So, I took what little money I'd earned and bought my own little plot of land. I built a home, a farm, a store, and a mill. Humble beginnings, but well situated, which made all the difference.
So this is how you came to know the Mohawk?
Indeed, and it has proved a valuable relationship.
With still no mention from your contacts of the precursor site? No hidden temple or ancient constructs?
Yes and no. Which is to say, they had their fair share of sacred sites. Earthen mounds, forest clearings, hidden caves. But nothing matching what you describe. No strange metals, no odd glows.
It is well hidden.
Even to them, it seems. But cheer up, my friend. You'll have your precursor treasure. I swear it.
To our success, then.
And soon.
You can talk to him again?
Should not be much longer. I'll let you know as soon as I have something. I hope you're right, Haven. I should return to my studies.
This is the only game that does that, like just NPCs you can talk to. I think they like immediately abandoned that in the next one. I don't know about Unity or Syndicate, but I mean like in Odyssey, it's oh my god, she just fucking pushed me. What the fuck? Alright. More games should have indoor settings you can just walk into. The Green Dragon Tavern, kind of plain. Did I just teleport? The hell am I? This game looks so different now, by the way. This game used to be so brown and monochromatic, like to see like actual color. Oh look, I'm not blending in. Oh yes I am. Kind of. I don't know. For this to for this game to have this much color is a little strange to me.
Thomas Hickey?
Who's asking?
Hatham Kenway.
Is that supposed to mean something?
Show some respect, boy.
Peace, Charles. William Johnson sent us in the hopes we might expedite your search.
Don't need no expediting. Don't need none of your fancy London speak neither. I found the men that done the theft.
Then why are you just lazing around?
Figuring out how to deal with those varlets.
I have an idea.
Well, let's hear it.
I'll kill the lookout, take up a position behind the guards. You two approach from the front. When I open fire on the group, you charge in. Have the element of surprise on our side. Half will fall before they've even realized what's happened. Get into position, but wait for me to take the first shot.
What the fuck?
You two, clear off.
you make us mad.
Hold on. Was I not supposed to shoot him there? I thought I was. I was trying to do the mission constraints.
You two, clear off.
Oh, this is weird. It's taking my bullets. But it lets me reload the muskets. I wish it let me keep the musket though.
So much for the element of surprise.
Reinforcements! Oi! Use those spare muskets and you won't have to reload.
Fall back! Fall back! We'll be safe inside!
What now?
We can blow the door with those. Go on, shoot them.
The gun tutorial. I forgot, this is the first time Assassin's Creed had guns.
On with the show then.
I need one of these guys.
Guess they wasn't so safe inside after all. Lay down your weapons, and I'll consider letting you live.
I make you the same offer. We've no quarrel. I only wish to return this chest to its rightful owner.
Nothing rightful about Mr. Johnson.
I won't ask again.
Agreed.
Ugh. It told me if I picked up the spare musket, then I wouldn't need to reload, and then I disarmed him, and I had to reload anyway.
Books and maps. Who put you up to this?
Never seen a person. It's always been dead drops and letters. But they always pay, so we do the jobs.
Well, those days are done. Tell your masters I said as much.
Who should I say you are?
You don't? They'll know.
Atham, this one's got some shot on him. You might want to be grabbing it on account of your pistol being parched.
A shame so many have.
Back to the Green Dragon then. I need a drink. Careful, gents. We've company.
Don't let go of the chest, Charles. We'll take care of it.
What? Over there, that's what. Deal with them.
Look at those badges. Wait, them bodies is sure to have loot on them. Would be a shame to let it all go to waste.
Are you mad? In case you've forgotten, we're in the midst of something.
Aw, why's you always got to... Spore to spore.
I'm confused.
A little help, please.
Just a few fools with knives. They ain't so tough.
It's not the scoundrels I'm concerned with.
That's odd. Also, hold on, sorry, I know I keep pausing the game, but this music is like oppressively loud. Maybe I'll keep the voices and stuff. It's still loud.
Stop them, Thomas!
That seems to be the last of them.
There's like preview photos of like
Mr. Johnson's gonna need to double my pay after all this if he expects me to keep at his side.
there's like footage of like Connor with a musket attached to his back, kind of like a bow, and I don't know why they got rid of that feature, but I wish they had kept it.
There you are.
My thanks, Master Kenway. Now, tell me what it is you'll need.
The images on this amulet, are they familiar to you? Perhaps one of the tribes has shown you something similar.
It appears Kanyan Gahaga in origin.
Can you trace it to a specific location? I need to know where it came from.
With my research returned, perhaps. Let me see what I can do. Thomas,
What?
rent yourself a room. And a bath as well. I suspect we'll be here for a while.
Any news?
Whispers of things? Nothing solid at the moment. I know you're looking for word of anything out of the ordinary. Dealing with temples and spirits and ancient times and whatnot. But, so far, I can't say my boys have heard much.
No trinkets or artifacts being moved through your... shadow market?
Nothing new. Couple of ill-gotten weapons, some jewelry likely lifted from a living thing. But you said to listen for talk of glows and ums and strange sights, right? And I ain't heard nothing about that.
Keep at it.
Oh, I will. You done me a great service, mister. And I fully intend to repay my debt. Thricefold, if it pleases.
Thank you, Thomas.
Place to sleep and meal to eat is thanks enough. Don't you worry. I'll get you sorted soon. When I know something, you'll know something. Got no office to give at current. When I do, you'll be the first to hear it.
Great.
Evening, gentlemen.
Charming.
Oh, peace, Charles. He'll grow on you.
Oi! Catherine, you fussock! Get back here! Daddy needs a drink.
How fares the search?
Maths and maps are not cutting it.
What of your local contacts?
We'll need to earn their trust before they share what they know.
I have an idea on how we might be affecting that. There's a man who's taken to enslaving natives. Rescue them, and they'll owe us.
Do you know where they're being held?
Afraid not.
Benjamin Churchwill. He's a finder and a fixer. He's also on your list.
And there I was, wondering whom I might solicit next. Well done.
Yep.
Do you like it here, Charles?
There's a certain charm to Boston, I suppose. To all of the colonies, really. Granted, their cities have none of London's sophistication or splendor, but the people are earnest and hardworking. They've a pioneer spirit I find compelling.
It's quite something, really, watching a place that's finally found its feet.
Has it, though? The French still wage war from up north, and I fear the Spanish have designs upon this place as well. Is this a new world, or just another battlefield?
Ah, that's a story old as time itself, and one that's not like to change. We're cruel and desperate creatures, set in our conquering ways. The Saxons and the Franks, the Ottomans and Safavids. I could go on for hours. The whole of human history is but a series of conflicts and subjugations. A desire for more and more and more.
I pray one day we rise above it.
Whilst you pray, I'll act. We'll see who finds success first, hmm?
It was an expression.
Aye, and a dangerous one. Words have power. Wield them wisely.
Weird to hear that coming out of Charles fucking Lee.
I've some work I should finish. Let us speak later. Sorry, sir. I'm a bit busy at the moment.
He's just drinking.
This business with Silas confuses me. If Britain stands any chance of pushing back the French, they must ally with the natives, not enslave them.
Silas is loyal only to his purse. That his actions harm the crown is irrelevant. So long as there are buyers for his product, he'll continue to procure it.
All the more reason to stop him, then.
My days are spent in Congress with the locals, attempting to convince them that we're the ones they should trust. That the French are merely using them as tools, to be abandoned once they've won.
Your words must lose their strength when held against the reality of Silas' actions.
I've tried to explain that he does not represent us. But he wears the red coat. He commands a fort. I must appear to them either a liar or a fool. Likely both.
Take heart, brother. When we deliver them his head, they'll know your words were true.
Oh, I'm not thinking of Charles Lee. I kept calling him like this huge villain. I'm like, wait, that timeline doesn't make sense. I'm thinking of Robert Lee. Robert E. Lee. A fucking Confederate Army general. I still thought hearing him go wee in Hamilton was really funny though. But no, I'm thinking of a completely different person. It's my mistake. That's like 100 years. It's about 100 years of a mistake.
Wonderful. Charles? Sir? Seems like we're not the only ones looking for Mr. Church.
Damn it, he could be anywhere. What do we do?
We find him. Come. I'll show you how.
Jesus. He just cut open like a... Well, it's not... I guess it's not a priceless painting. I guess that painting is very new. Oh, yeah. This is the first time... This is the first time they introduced, like, the eavesdropping circles. And I actually kind of like that idea.
Not our business to meddle, even if we've the best of intentions.
But if you could have seen it, they were surely drunk carrying on like that, and during the day, no less.
Right, the Baron de Montesquieu has died at the age of 66.
Scandalous behavior from one who aims to be a surgeon. Not likely if he keeps up such carousing.
Truly a shameful display. Benjamin's parents would be mortified.
Perhaps I should send someone to retrieve him before he damages his reputation beyond repair.
They stumbled off to the northeast, no doubt in search of a tavern or some other place of ill repute.
Start questioning those on the street. I'm headed for higher ground.
I pet the pig. Yes.
Country girl, the world for a penny.
Climb the church and synchronize. Where? this one. That's the tavern. Church. Oh. Yeah, I forget sometimes, but like Assassin's Creed was AC3 was like the next big step. Oh, and he can't climb trees, I forgot. Assassin's Creed 3 was like the next big step in Assassin's Creed. You know, like we've had like the last 3 games were like Ezio games. And so it introduces a lot of new mechanics. Unfortunately, though, it doesn't really like hold up to most of them. Like I mentioned in the last one, where in the last stream that I cut off, they introduced I think like 2 or 3 new features that were really prominent. One of them was the checkpoint system. The other one was the climb trees thing, like a new parkour system, basically.
With luck, one of those people knows what became of Benjamin.
And the one was the new engine they're using is also like about how you could have like hundreds of NPCs or whatever. And it turns out that it was all smoke and mirrors. Actually, I think that's kind of cool that there's like a bunch of fog everywhere, but you do this and the fog disappears and it's still like it's all still there. I don't think the fog was nearly this oppressive in the original. I think it was just gray.
Suffered a decline in character.
Indeed. All manner of Arabs and natty lads now walk the streets. Why, just earlier today I had a run-in with some.
Oh, they changed this too. Like instead of pressing X to steal, you now have to hold circle, which makes more sense.
Down by the church, a group of men comes rushing through when one of them suddenly falls to the ground, all torn up. I thought about going to see if he needed help, but a look from one of them changed my mind.
Probably for the best. Those aren't the sort of people you want to get mixed up with.
Yeah, the eavesdropping mechanic is cool. It's just that it does make sense in a sense. Like it's like, oh, you have to be near a certain distance near the whoever you're eavesdropping on. It's cool, but it could be implemented better.
They're lying. Aye. But what can I do? Threats light off them and I'll not deign to grovel.
Actions speak louder than words, my friend. Arrest one and put him in stocks. See if he's so glib then.
To do so without cause will set them singing songs about us. Last thing the city needs is town criers complaining about our abuse of authority.
Then forget it. The crime is done. The killer's gone. Those who know won't share their secrets. If the city wishes to harbor scoundrels, let them pay the price for it.
Given in future, none shall be admitted to see the new manufactory.
There is this church, but one way or another, the debt would be settled. I don't envy the man. He's green times ahead.
Well, what do you think they're planning?
All I know is it can't be good.
Probably looking for a nice, quiet place to do the deed. From what I hear tell, his work usually involves quite a bit of screaming.
Which reminds me, we'd best not buy any meat tomorrow.
Good call, that.
See, Charles? We'll have church in no time. Just as I said we would.
If I might ask, sir, where did you learn to do all this?
It is a requirement when you are raised in the manner that I was. Perception is fundamental to the Order. It guides the feet when running and climbing, informs the hands when striking and fighting. But most important, it transforms the senses.
Like it is a cool twist when you find out about Hatham, but still, it's just like, I remember my sentiment here was just that, how come I'm not playing as the guy on the box? And then when you get control of Connor, he doesn't actually put on those assassin robes until like much later. Like you start off with him as like a kid, and then he's like a teenager, but he's still like not technically an assassin, and he doesn't actually become an assassin until like much later on in the game, and it doesn't work well in this context. They do the same thing actually in Black Flag. The difference there is that you're playing as Edward their whole game, so immediately you're introduced to the character that you have to get yourself attached to, and then the fact that the assassins play a very minimum role in the story makes sense because your character is one who is very selfish in their desires. Like his whole thing is just his entire motivation is just like get rich, get money, get paid. Connor has this kind of like sense of duty about him. Like he I don't know. Assassin's Creed 3.
Well guarded. We need to slip past them.
I don't know. Assassin's Creed 3 kind of like introducing you to a hot-blooded character and also a very cold-blooded character on the same game. I don't think it works particularly very well because Altair is cool, but everyone loved Ezio. And they did the same thing here, where it's like, oh, I mean, everyone loves everyone loves Hatham because he's the hot-blooded character, and Connor's just kind of this calm, cool, collected one, and it doesn't work quite as well. I was never really interested in Connor. I do still think his assassin robes are like the best, you know, top 3 definitely. How do I do this? Can't climb trees.
I'll have to find the key. Wait here. Come on, leave. I don't know why you turned around all of a sudden.
Also, I don't have a breath meter. What the heck? Look, he's looking right at me. Jesus fucking Christ. What was that? Like, he was following me. You saw that, right? Like... That was weird.
Here we are then.
Charles Lee was just like staring at me, like wading through the water. Circling around a boat.
Why must you always make these things so difficult, Benjamin? Merely provide me with recompense, and all shall be forgiven.
I'll not pay for protection I don't need.
Clearly, you do require protection. Else we wouldn't be here. How very gauche. Now, what shall we do about our guest?
Maybe I'll take his hands. Put an end to his surgery. Maybe I'll take his tongue. Put an end to his waggling. Or maybe I'll take his cock. Put an end to his fucking us.
So many options. I can't possibly decide. Take all three.
Now, hold a moment. Perhaps I was hasty in refusing you earlier.
I'm so very sorry, Benjamin. But that door has closed.
Be reasonable, Silas.
I rather think I was. But you took advantage of my generosity. I won't be made a fool a second time. I fear I lack the constitution to bear witness to such barbarism. Come find me when you're finished, Cutter.
You'll regret this, Silas. Do you hear me? I'll have your head.
No. I rather think you won't.
Get lucky and pass out. Though I dare say I'll do my best to ensure that doesn't happen. Hold still a minute. I think I've decided where to start. Just a quick little swipe and no more ears. How's that sound, Mr. Church? At least...
Who are you?
Hatham Kenway, at your service.
I don't understand. Why are you here?
Walk with me, Mr. Church, and all will be explained.
Oh, that fucking almanac page is always gonna spawn in front of the Green Dragon Tavern, isn't it? It's just gonna keep flying away this whole time. Unfortunately for me, getting into this game because of Hamilton, which takes place between, like, what, 1780 something to 1804. is that this game takes place between 1753 and 1786.
crueler and more vicious creature I've never known.
It just goes right up until the Declaration of Independence and the Battle of Yorktown and all that shit. So
some slaves?
Hardly. The man's a commander in the king's troop, in charge of the Southgate fort.
I don't think Alexander Hamilton is even in this game. All the interesting shit he does is like
I'll attend to our final
mostly after the war. I mean,
Depends on that. I'll take you to him.
not that he didn't do anything significant before the Declaration of Independence and after the Revolutionary War, but like a lot of the stuff that he is known for takes place after the war, so it's not really something that this game would tackle, honestly. Also, it doesn't go all the way up to like his death. And that's when I was talking about how it kind of sucks that Connor is just the only assassin around during this time period, because then you kind of lose out on you kind of lose out on the opportunity to have a different character go through the same area. And it kind of makes sense for Connor to be the only one alone. But whatever.
My commission is with General Brad. When I'm not attending to you, of course.
It just means that they kind of wrote themselves into a corner in which if they ever were to try to revisit this exact time period, then they just can't. And honestly, most of the interesting stuff that they did was already done in this game.
Your acts are treacherous. Give me one good reason. I shouldn't kill you right now. Were you planning to announce yourself, or did you hope my men wouldn't notice your arrival?
If you'll allow me to explain.
Ho ho! By all means. I should like very much to hear this.
I have not deserted, sir. I am here under Commander Amherst's orders.
Show me a letter bearing his seal, and you might be spared the gallows.
I have no such thing. The nature of my work, sir,
It's the sort of thing best not put to paper.
Hatham.
General Braddock?
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Wolves often travel in packs.
Master Pitcairn won't be here for but a few weeks. I shall return him to his proper post once our work is finished.
The devil's work, no doubt. It's bad enough my superiors have insisted I grant you use of Charles. But they've said nothing about this traitor. You'll not have him.
Edward, listen to reason.
We're done here. See these gentlemen out.
Well, that didn't go as I expected.
And to think I used to call him brother.
What now? They'll chase us off if we try and return.
We're done with this camp. As luck would have it, so are they. Come along.
I don't like the fact that the key is that little necklace thing.
To steal Master Pitcairn.
What?
Because
You'll see. Now, when I give the signal, you're
well,
to
we'll
distract
see it
Reddick's
later,
patrol
maybe.
And lure them into a dead end.
The thing with the key is that it's actually the key inside of the doorway of the temple that Hatham's trying to get in. So basically, Hatham doesn't have the key to get in, to use the key that he has. It's like 2 doors. And the thing is, the key that he has just kind of like slide in. It just kind of like sits there, and it just doesn't look as cool. Like it's like what do you call it? Like the Apple of Eden, it fits in a circular slot. This one just kind of sits, and that is like not in accordance with everything else in the game. Like in terms of like the pieces of Eden, like they're not. It's not like formed to it. I don't know. It just looks kind of hastily made. He just kind of slapped me around. Why is everyone slapping me around?
Now!
You thieves and scoundrels, one and all! Fie on you and your false war! After him!
It's all these NPCs walking in front of us.
Unhand him, Edward.
You again.
Let us go. And John Pitcairn with us.
I will not have my authority challenged.
Nor I.
Put them all in chains.
Oh my god. That was the issue with this game. It's like the buildings are too sticky. The new parkour mechanics make the buildings way too sticky. It's the same thing in Black Flag actually. The only difference here is that in Black Flag you were mostly on a pirate ship, so you hardly ever notice it.
I stay my hand today because you were once my brother, and a better man than this. Or should our paths ever cross again, all debts will be forgotten. You're free now, John.
Traitor! Go on then. Join them on their fool's errand. And when you find yourself lying
I assume
broken,
you've good reason for causing all this madness. What is it you require of me?
I'll explain everything on the way.
They just talk over his monologue. Did I get it? Okay, cool. No.
If I may, I was curious about your past with Braddock. You two clearly have a history.
Edward was one of us upon a time. I considered him a close friend. He was brave and bold in ways few men are. But everything changed at the siege of Bergen-op-Zoom. We had lost the fortress to the French, and were in the midst of egress. There was a skiff hidden at the port with which we planned to make our escape. As we drew near, a young man and his family came upon us, begging for safe passage. I consented, but Edward refused. The young man called him Craven then. So Edward killed him and all the rest. Even the children. To this day, I don't know why. Was this the first time he'd struck out? Or had I simply never seen it before? Either way, things were never the same after that. We campaigned together a few more times, but each outing was more disturbing than the last. He killed. Enemy or ally, civilian or soldier, guilty or innocent. It mattered not. If he perceived one to be an obstacle, they died. He maintained that violence was a more efficient solution. It became his mantra. And it broke my heart.
I had no idea.
He hides it well, and intimidates into silence any who discover him. Those who persist have a tendency to find misfortune.
And we should stop him.
I suppose you're right. But I maintain a foolish hope that he might yet be saved and brought back round to reason. I know. It's a silly thing to believe that one so drenched in death might suddenly change.
I'm sorry to have brought this up. It was not my intent to sour you.
Nonsense. We are brothers now. There should be no secrets between us.
I hope you and the General find a way to patch things up. Don't let me keep you, sir. I'm sure you have more important things to do.
So, a question for you. Why medicine?
I'm supposed to tell you I care for my fellow man, right? That I chose this path because it allows me to accomplish the greater good.
Are these things not true?
Perhaps. But that's not what guided me. For me, it was a less abstract thing. I like money.
There are other paths to fortune.
What better ware to peddle than life? Nothing else is as precious nor so desperately craved. And no price is too great for the man or woman who fears an abrupt and permanent end.
Your words are cruel, Benjamin.
But true as well.
You took an oath to help people, did you not?
I abide the oath, which makes no mention of price. I merely require compensation. Fair compensation. For my services.
And if they lack the required funds?
Then there are others who will serve them. Does a baker grant free bread to a beggar? Does the tailor offer a dress to the woman who cannot afford to pay? No. Why should I?
You said it yourself. Nothing is more precious than life.
Indeed. All the more reason one should ensure they have the means to preserve it. I've some ledgers to...
What's up with all of his lines? I don't even want to talk to him anymore. Oh, I thought I hit the button. Charlie, go over there.
Gentlemen,
Already.
I believe I found the solution to our problem. Or rather, Odysseus has.
How do you? Are you new guy?
The Greek hero, you lobcock. Allow me to explain. We enter Silas' fort under the pretext of kinship. Once inside, we spring our trap, free the captives, and kill the slaver.
Dodgy, dodgy. I like it.
Then, let us begin. First, we need to find ourselves a convoy. Convoy should be here soon. We'll attack on my signal.
Understood, sir.
If we time this right, we can catch them all unawares.
Oh, wait. Wow.
Charles, you and William serve as vanguard. Let no man reach
Get
us.
up on the bed.
What about me?
You and John will follow from a distance and keep watch over us. I'll signal you when I have need of your services. We're here to help you, along with those held inside Southgate Fort.
Free me.
Not until we're inside the gate. I can't chance an inspection of the gate going wrong. I'll see you safe. You have my word.
What a love story.
Do you know anything of Silas' operation? How many men we might expect? The nature of their defenses? You must be rather important to him if you were given your own escort.
Sir, we've enemies ahead. Shall I engage them?
No. Let Jonathan and Thomas take care of it.
As you wish.
I wish you'd trust us. Though I suppose it's only natural for you to be wary. So be it.
Halt! Identify yourselves! Where is Lieutenant Jones? What's the meaning of this?
Engage the enemy!
I like that they trick you by putting the assassin symbol over all of them.
Goddamn dogs.
Let no man reach us!
Looks like you're to meet the Reaper.
On your guard, men.
Fresh meat, eh?
Of course.
Come here.
Only say the word, and I'll cut them down.
One moment there. Me and you.
Engage the enemy!
Looks like you're to meet the Reaper.
Okay. Oh no. Oh no, I'm regretting my purchase. Time to return it. What happened there? Oh, fuck me in the ass. It's gotta start all the way from back here, huh? That's not too bad, I guess, but Jesus Christ.
Goddamn dogs.
Let no man reach us!
Looks like you're to meet the Reaper.
He's got an axe, and it's using the same animations as Connor's tomahawk.
Aha! Bringing fresh meat, eh?
On your guard, men.
I want to take a look.
Of course.
Only say the word, and I'll cut them down.
One moment there. Me and you. Who's your officer?
Engage the enemy! All clear.
Wow, seriously? Because I hit the button too early. I didn't hit the trigger. And the thing wouldn't move until I hit the trigger. Ah, Jesus. I'll just wait then. That's kind of awful.
Hold! Evening, gentlemen.
State your business.
Delivery for Silas.
Go on then.
See? I'm freeing you just as I said I would. Now, if you'll allow me to explain. Let her go.
But she'll give us away.
No, she won't.
What's the plan?
Free the captives and avoid detection.
What of Silas?
He dies.
Signal when you're ready to strike.
Greetings. How fares the watch? Thomas Smith, newly recruited. Arrived from London just last week, in fact. So says Silas. I assume it's all rather straightforward. Watch for disturbances.
Who have we got there?
Ensure
What
all
are you talking about?
Prisoners. Who are they?
Prisoners? There are no prisoners.
You know who I mean. The fellas we caught.
They do not exist. Understood? And if they did exist, we would not acknowledge them. There are no prisoners.
Mike.
I tried it. I got one of them.
Signal when you're ready to strike. Signal when you're ready to strike.
Those guys are gonna see me. Jesus, all of them got called over. Alright, how do I do this? No.
Who are you with?
I don't follow.
Lieutenant Wilkins?
No, man. Cosgrove. Lieutenant Cosgrove.
I've not heard of him.
Cosgrove? Is he the chap with the gammy leg?
That's the one. That's the very man.
Saw action at Cologne, if memory serves. Put down the clans, he did.
Lieutenant Cosgrove, hero of Cologne.
Bit of an arse, as I recall.
I've never heard of him.
Just the one random guard got pulled. Okay. Cool. I don't know how, but that worked out.
Who have we got then?
What are you talking about?
Prisoners.
Beg pardon? I said stop.
Prisoner?
Oh no, I gotta start over and do all that, don't I? Damn it. Oh. It's not... Maybe it's saved? Because I did it? Who knows?
Who have we got then?
What are you talking about?
Slouching,
Prisoners.
Beg pardon? I said stop
Prisoners?
slouching.
Who are you to tell me what to do?
A good friend of Mr. Thatcher's.
Oh, the fellows we caught.
My apologies.
That's the strongest lock in the world. Hopefully this is the end of, like, Hatham stuff. Like, I think after this mission, it's like one more mission after. Hopefully. I could be 100% wrong, though. Because I remember the Hatham shit was, like, long time. Fuck. Alright, let's get for real. Oh goody. It fucking checkpointed me back here. Very happy about that. You know what? The checkpoint system is like working a bit better this time around, because I feel like I would have had to redo this every single time. I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong. Oh, that's weird. Look, it doesn't go over the fog doesn't go on top of the water. Nah. Whatever. So much pomp and circumstance just because I couldn't hit the square button in time.
An hour of quiet was all I asked. Instead, I'm awakened not 10 minutes later by this cacophonous madness. I expect an explanation, and it had best be good. How? How did this happen? My precious merchandise set free? It's unacceptable! Rest assured, I'll have the heads of those responsible. But first we clean up this mess. Seal the fort, kill any who try to escape. I don't care if they be one of us or one of them. To approach the gate is to be made a corpse. Am I understood?
I think there's some issues with the audio sync, cause like, oh wow.
Where did you receive your training?
Oh. Is that gonna automatically fail me for the rest of the mission then?
Push them back.
There you go. I think one of the biggest mistakes of is like getting rid of the division between combat and non-combat. Getting rid of the division between combat and non-combat. Like, I get what they were trying to go for, but I don't know, like, I also don't get it, because it's the idea that you can like meld running away and fighting, but you could always do that by just hitting a button, and it would have made it so that it was easier for you to like run away from combat. It was easier for you to stay and fight. You know what I mean? Dedicate fight button, dedicate fight stance, dedicate runaway stance. I don't know. Okay, I don't know how to avoid that. I'm gonna sit here until we do though. Because like I'm like so far away.
I'll deal with this, sir. Back roads. You shall not have us.
Do I have any sort of like... I don't have any like smoke bombs. And like, I think those guards that like spawn in from the sky are supposed to be there so I could grab one of them and avoid the firing line, but because of the melding of the melding of combat and non-combat.
Back roads for the order! This is the best Boston has to offer.
They ran away from me. I was in combat and then they ran so far away from me that it forced me out.
Push them back.
For the order! This is the best Boston has to offer.
You saw I was like right by the wall, right? I wouldn't be so adamant about this if not for the fact that this mission is so long that to not get this now makes you do the whole mission over. And I'm like, no. We're not gonna be doing that. How? From where? I'm actually kind of legitimately getting pissed off at it.
For the order! Back roads! You shall not have us! I should kill you, piece here!
It's actually kind of pissing me off.
Push them back.
For the order! This is the best Boston has to offer.
He's here. Stop the interloper. He's the one responsible. Glad to have you with us.
Jesus Christ.
Who are you? Name's Hatham Kenway. You don't know me, but I believe the two of you are well acquainted.
I made a promise to you, Silas. One I intend to keep.
Not quite the shooting off Skullface's limbs moment from Phantom Pain. That was frustrating. Fucking hell. Ew.
What happens now? We wait. But not for very long, I suspect.
I kind of want to cut this off here. And then the next time we come back. Wow, see, that was like one whole mission. And so if I didn't get that last one, I would have had to redo the whole mission. Yeah, this would probably be a good idea to stop the game anyway, just because it's going to boot me back out to Desmond and company, and we don't want to deal with that,
It's been
so...
several weeks now since we freed the Mohawk prisoners from captivity.
Oh, no.
I had hoped their leader might make contact, but there's been only silence. My men grow restless. They want to know what comes next, and I do not have an answer. Lee alone remains active, pursuing leads, however slight. He stalks the city streets and scouts the bordering woods, hopeful that he might make contact with one of those we saved. There was a woman there that night. It was she who helped the others to safety. If we can find her, I believe I'll have my answers. So, I watch and wait, hopeful that my true mission might finally begin.
$17.55. That would make Hamilton like what, 3 years old in the Caribbean? Yeah. Alright, we're gonna cut this off here just cause oh wow, what the fuck? How many? Like, I'm pretty sure it waits all the way up until here before you get to play as Connor. Or here, at the very least. And you don't actually get to play as Assassin Connor until the sequence after. And there's only so many in the game, there's 12. And so, you're playing like a good chunk of it as Hatham. And so, I don't know, it just kind of strikes me as odd that they would do it like this. Because all this time that I could be spending getting in touch with the main character, spending all this time getting acquainted with him, instead I'm getting acquainted to Desmond, who is already an established character, so you don't really need to introduce him. Hatham, who eventually becomes a Templar and an enemy, and after his introduction he just disappears from the rest of the game up until he shows up at the very end of it. I don't know, it just kind of feels like it doesn't feel like it's Connor's story, and to be honest, I don't think it really was. And the American Revolution is a cool setting, but I don't think it's the setting I would have chosen for this. I would have chosen something more along the lines of the Mayan prophecy, because the December 21st, 2012 thing is like a Mayan prophecy, and it would have been cool if they had chosen to go with a time period that was more akin to there, maybe deal with like the Mayan territories from another time period instead of the American Revolution on the East Coast. I don't know why they went with this time period. I just think it's a little weird. But hey, that means I get a game in colonial America, and that's pretty much the only reason why I rebought this game in the first place, was just to walk around colonial America, the setting. Because like my problems with the story remain. Like I don't think my opinions on the story change here, but I was promised a setting with the remake or the remaster. I was promised the same exact setting, but with like slightly prettier visuals, slightly better lighting, at least in terms of the setting. Probably not so much the characters, but yeah, that's all I wanted, really. Just to walk around here in this area, and on that I'm sold. If you really liked Assassin's Creed 3 back then, definitely go buy it. If you don't like Assassin's Creed 3 and the setting was not interesting to you in the first place, then you're probably not gonna get anything out of it. For me, however, it was just all about the setting. So those guys were definitely T-posing right before they show up on camera because I saw their muskets. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm gonna shut this off and play this game offline. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye bye.